Hello guys, welcome to Sim UK. This is Bus Simulator 18, and as you may have noticed, we have a new driver in the house. This is my little bro James. Hello James.
Hi guys.
So James is a very experienced bus driver, you've been telling me.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have any points on your licence at all?
Nope, nothing.
No points or anything like that? Excellent. Well then, I think we're in a good position to take the bus drive on.
I think we're good.
In the last episode, I was frantically trying to complete this mission, which was very straightforward, but I accidentally missed one of the bus stops with my mouse click and spent an hour driving around trying to complete this mission, which was never going to complete. Right. So today you're going to rectify that mistake and you're going to fix this mission for us.
I'm gonna make some people very happy.
Yeah, that's you're going to make me happy. That's for damn sure. Okay, so as customary with this game, so it seems, as soon as I turned it on, the Cytec side panel, which we will put that camera on in a minute, the Cytec side panel had unbound all its buttons all once again, so we'll probably have to run through the whole setting up thing, but I'll cut that out of the video today because we're not in as much of a rush as we were a couple of episodes ago. So are you ready to start?
I think I'm good to go. Okay,
James is pretty much in control of everything. Right, hopefully you can still hear me because I'm the wrong side of the mic now, so you might not be able to hear me. But this is the route up here. It's called Workers Alley, East Polk, and the problem was we had Workers Alley Fish Grounds, but this one here, the Lido, I hadn't clicked on it properly. So I kept driving past it and not stopping there, and that's why the mission failed. So if we look at the mission now, you can see that I have made the route properly. So that was just me not paying attention, really. So all you have to do, bruv, is drive the route. Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Let's get it on. Now, we've been driving the 416 Business Cetra, so that's what you're going to be driving. What do you think of my skin?
Very nice.
Yes, that was made by a friend of mine. I think it looks absolutely sensational.
Oh, nice.
Got a logo on the top there too. Yeah, looking pretty smart. Now this is a very long bus, and this is a very tight route.
Right.
So if you do have as much bus driving experience as you say you do,
well, this is where my 20 years behind the wheel will come in handy.
Yes.
You know, all those corners and know exactly how to handle a bus.
I'm excited to see this in action. I really am. Okay, so let's just start the trip. We'll put the weather conditions to day, because it gets pretty tricky at night, especially if it's raining. Right, I haven't run you through the buttons or anything yet, have I?
You haven't.
So you'll understand the pedals.
Yep.
They're pretty self-explanatory. We've got 6 gears here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Nice.
Gear 1 is the handbrake. So, Gear 1 is the handbrake. So you put it in to engage it, and you put it in again to disengage it.
Okay.
Up is upper gear, but it's automatic, so that'll put you into drive, that'll bring you back into neutral, that'll put you into reverse.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
In terms of the buttons on here, you don't really need to know too much about that. This is just for steering purposes. What you will need is the 5 buttons across the top. That'll open your doors. This bus only has 2 sets of doors, so buttons 1 and 2. If we have to put the ramp out for any reason, then I will help you with that.
Okay.
So you need to be on the thummy controls.
Get myself in the bus, yeah.
Pop the power on, and if you hear a bloop 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 noise,
I've heard a bloop.
It's because that has disengaged. So if you press down on this thumbstick, you'll go into his face. There you go. And now you're first person. So that's it. Unlock the door. This one.
Oh.
And then come round to the front of the bus. Oh, you need to unlock it again.
Oops.
Have you driven a Cetra before?
Oh, I'm sure I have at some point in my career.
Yeah, so many buses, you lose track. Go round to the front, over the headlight.
Over the headlight.
There you go, open front door.
Ah,
you learnt something new.
So is this generally where it's kept on this?
Yeah, that's pretty much where you'll find it. Go down to the back of the bus before you sit down. Or not the back, the middle, and just unlock these two doors.
Okie dokes.
Similar, same process. That one's unlocked. There's two doors there you need to do. Turn around again. There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you can go sit down if you like. It's a bit teary, the screen, for whatever reason. I turned off VSync the other day. That might be the reason why. But we'll just have to put up with that for today's episode. So look down at the door, open the door, and then sit down.
Oh.
You have to open the door again. Door, and then sit down. There you go. Perfect. If you need to reset your head tracking, it's the triangle button.
Okay.
So are you comfortable with that? Is that you looking forwards?
That's me looking forward now, yeah.
So you should have the ability to look around the bus.
Oh.
Yeah, when you look behind you, it does some weird things.
Okay.
It's a bug that needs to be fixed.
But left and right seems fairly safe.
Yeah. So when you're coming up to a junction, you can look at the traffic and hopefully not drive into anybody.
Yeah.
So if you have a little look down by your left leg
Uh-huh.
and grab this controller, you'll see there's a little handbrake right down by your left leg. See that?
Oh, yeah.
So when you go into first gear, see, this is the button binding issue. We're going to have to go bind all the buttons again. Oh, man. Right. We'll do it super quick. Okay, we should be good to go. You jump back in there. I'll hold on to this controller if and when you need it. So, just to quickly run you through the buttons.
Uh-huh.
Passenger light is number 17. So that should be on. It's difficult to tell in this light, to be honest. The door lights are 1, 2, 3, 4. You're only going to need 1 and 2. So if you have a little practice with the doors, quick.
So,
Look to your right. You see that door's open and closing when you press that button.
okay.
And if you press the 2 at the back, you see it takes longer, but that it is doing the same thing.
Okay.
Down here on the right hand side you have 3 buttons.
Yep.
If you press the top one, that's your action cam. That's useful. I use that when I'm coming into a bus stop, so well, mostly because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But also it will help you to judge where the edge of the path is. You might find that useful, you might find that distracting. It's entirely up to you. Next one down, that's the rear view mirror. So you can look at the passengers. If you press it again, take you back. If you press any button twice, it will take you back to first person view.
Okay.
The very bottom one, this is an important one, that's the cashier's desk. They'll come in, they'll ask you for a ticket, and all you have to do is click on the right thing using the mouse that's just there. You might want to move your phone out of the way. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, if you press the cashier button again, you should go back to first person.
Awesome.
Indicators are on the stalks here. The engine starter is that big button in the middle,
Okay.
number 21. So on the side panel.
Sure.
So that will start the engine. 1, 2, 3 to start it up. We'll put your lights on now. So if you start the engine, and again, and again, see the revs have come up. Your revs seem to be stuck high in 20, which is a bit weird. Okay. I thought that bug had been fixed. That's so odd. We just double check that the pedals are set up the right way. So, no, they're not. There we go. That'll fix that problem. Good. Right. Okay, so when you're ready, close the doors and go.
So, 1. And if I close 2? Oh no. Okay. Right. Now reversing out.
Straight ahead and the door will open. But obviously don't drive too fast.
Okay. So, is handbrake still engaged? It is.
So we're going to deal with your lights here very quickly. Passenger light on, there we go. Cab light off.
Okay, and it's on auto shift, right?
Yeah. So if you look down, if you look slightly down to your right, these are your gears, and currently you're in neutral.
Okay.
So if you go up, that's down. So yeah, if you go up again, that puts you into D. So it's like a button press rather than a lever.
Right.
You just got to sort of work your head around that. Handbrake is off and you're rolling. You are rolling, rolling, rolling. Now you've got a sat-nav GPS on your right hand side. I find it easier to look at the one on the left. It just, I don't know, it's easier to see where the roads are. So being careful of the pillars in front of you, you sort of need to veer right a bit and go through the gap, and you'll be on the main road. You'll be turning right here. Using the indicators gets you more points, so do try and be road effective. It's pretty quiet this morning, must be early morning run. And we're in Euro, so it's right hand side.
Alright.
It's okay. Red light. Oh, jump to the red light. If you go to action cam, you'll be able to see when the red light goes green. There you go, it's green. What gear are you in?
No idea.
It's fine. It's automatic, remember, so you don't have to go up through the gears. You're taking yourself out of gear by doing that. Look down at the gears.
Yep.
Look down at the gears in the game so you can see what you're on. So you're in drive.
Yeah.
You should be driving. There you go.
It's a weird junction.
Yeah, these junctions are a bit weird. Basically, edge your way out and they'll give you right of way when you're far enough out, is the general consensus. Traffic lights are often above your head. Watch the side of the bus. So I'll slam you into reverse, accelerate, stop. Okay, avoid that bus. Now if you look to your right, you can see how wide the bus is.
Yeah.
So you just kind of need to
look around a bit.
Yeah. Just try and stay to the left of the lane you're in, basically, because you're sat on the left, obviously. It's not right-hand drive. Yeah, we haven't even got to the bus route yet, so you've still got quite a bit of distance to go before we get there. Also, pedestrians do cross the road. Try not to hit any. You can see the zebra crossing just there. Oh, stop! There you go. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, Mr. Purple Shirt Man. Okay.
Just testing.
Yeah, I think it was. So what kind of experience do you have with buses then, Mr. Jimbo? Stay a bit further left. We're pretty damn close to those cars.
So much I couldn't even tell you, you know.
What's your favourite bus?
This is where being vague is not going to pay off.
Yeah, you just carry on being vague, that's fine, mate. What's the longest distance you've ever driven in a bus?
About 300 miles.
300 miles?
Yeah, I did the old typical Heathrow to Glasgow run.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Replacement bus service and all that.
Yeah. When the planes aren't running.
Yeah, flights were cancelled that day due to ash cloud miscalculations.
Ash cloud is a bit of a pain.
Yeah,
I don't like it very much. So you're going to get some really tight corners coming up in a minute.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to factor in the length of this bus, which is obviously very long.
Yeah.
Now if you want to go to external cam to do this, that's fine. You can try it in first person, it's entirely up to you. Whatever you feel most comfortable with, basically.
Yes.
And there will be parked vehicles which will make it a lot tighter. in your defence, I guess, sort of preempting. That's not the right word, is it? Preempting the fact that you're possibly going to have a bit of a prank here. Yeah. I've hit this van 2 or 3 times already.
This van here?
Well, not this van here, but the one that you're going to struggle with any minute now. So swing hard left, but you're going to do a hard right in between those 2 vans, and this bus is long. So look right at your gap. Yeah. That's where you're gonna put yourself, is in there. Oh, that looks pretty good actually. That looks very good. I think you've nailed it. Let's get your edges right and you're through. Superb. Like you are a pro. I thought you were just making it up, saying you've driven buses for 20 years.
Oh,
no. Actually, how old are you again?
Oh well, we don't have to go into those details.
Are you over 30?
Look, all old grumpy bus drivers like myself, we are quite sensitive about our age. So,
well, straight on. Just go into the left-hand lane here, and you'll be coming up to your first bus stop very soon. It's that green dot. So if you are under the age of 30 and you've been driving for 20 years, and you started driving buses before you were 10.
Some of us are naturally born as bus drivers, you know. Well,
yeah, clearly so.
It wasn't just a dream, it was an instinct.
You breathe in, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, so past the island, turn left, stay on the left-hand lane, right-hand lane, excuse me. And obviously when you're pulling in to pick up passengers, using your right indicator is a necessity.
Okay.
Gets good points, etc. So what's your primary mode of transport these days? Is it 4 wheels or 2 wheels?
2 wheels. It makes the commute to work that much steadier, you know.
You don't have
steadier, by that I mean quicker.
Yeah. So you don't have to go on a train or anything like that?
No, I mean sometimes I will. But no, in the British summertime, that's where the bikes are advantageous and also a lot of fun.
Both summertime weeks.
So that's for those 3 days.
Okay, looking very good there. Very neat and tidy. So if you just pull up to the bus stop just in front of you there, if you pull up anywhere near that and put the handbrake on, which is gear 1. Don't worry about coming out of. There you go, and then you can open the doors. And here come your passengers.
Okay, so day ticket. How do I switch to?
Bottom one. There you go.
What's a single?
Day. Regular. 1. So hit print. Give them the change. 13.80. Unfortunately, we haven't got any £5 or £10 notes, so it's going to be lots of 2s.
So that's going.
Yeah, so 7.80 you still need to give him.
Right, and 180.
Yeah.
Now
that's $1 or €1. 50 cents, 20 cents,
20,
10 cents. There we go. Next up, day senior 1. And she had the exact change. That's it, all done. So if you press that button again,
assuming they had passes or something.
Make sure you shut the doors. Well, some of them have passes, some of them could actually be cheeky little so-and-sos. Handbrake, indicate left to come out. That's it. Look in your left-hand mirror, obviously, to see where you're going, and away you go. Very smooth. Very good bus stop there. Well done. Most impressed. I'm not in the least bit concerned about letting you drive my bus after you navigated that tight little van corner so well.
Right, I want to go
right here.
Right here.
Okay. So you see you've got right of way because it's traffic lights, and you should have another bus coming up in 2 blocks, or on the 2nd block. So if you get in the right hand lane now, you should see the bus stop coming up just after the road on the right. And, same again, really. Try and keep the speed up a little bit. If you look down at your speedo, you're only doing 20 miles an hour at the moment. Could do with about 30 on this stretch. Because obviously you've got 16 seconds to get to the next bus stop. So you'll be a little bit quicker on the next one, otherwise you're going to start running out of time. Perfect. Brakes on, handbrake, open the doors. Good morning. Hello, welcome. Thank you for riding with us today. Oh look, everybody's got tickets. Look at that. Shut the door and go. Fantastico. Now, we're going to be taking a left over the bridge, so you're going to need to be crossing over into the second lane.
Okay.
If you're indicating, cars will wait for you. If you're not, I think they'll probably drive into you. So keep going, keep going. That's it, very good. Scenic tour over the up to the Lido next. Now the Lido bus stop is the one that I was missing in the last episode.
Okay.
So red light, yeah, cool. So the fact that you're actually going to stop at this one should fix the problem. Now down here the speed limit is 70, but what you'll see in the road are potholes.
Right.
If you hit them at 70, we'll lose points.
Right.
So the idea is to slow down when you see potholes.
Did you catch the concert last night at the old sawmill? The band seemed to be just sleepwalking their way through it.
Try and stay left of the lane, right? That's it, cool. Is that the horn?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the button for the retarder is. Right, so you can really put your foot down here, 70 mile an hour, see there's the speed limit. But look in the road ahead of you like there's a pothole coming up on your right. That's it, well avoided. There's another couple down here, that's just a puddle, not to worry about that one. So really put your foot down because you've got 11 seconds to get to this bus stop.
Are cats afraid of water?
There's a pothole there, well missed. Coming up on your right hand side any second now shall be the bus stop. Now, I've never stopped at this one, so I don't know what it looks like, I've got to say. Ah, it's just another bus stop, there we go. Excellent. And these people have been waiting there for 2 episodes, waiting for me to actually turn up and pick them up. Put the handbrake on. I'm sure that went in. Oh, you can't do it because you've missed the single regular. Perfect. Thank you, madam. Weak regular. Nice. €2. Splendid. Doing rather well.
The window closed.
I don't think you opened it, so yeah, it should still be closed. Now you're going to have to use your mirrors a bit here. That's it. There you go, he's waiting for you. Nice, very nice.
Yeah. Madam.
Equal opportunities and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, 70 mile an hour pothole coming up. There you go.
Let's grab a bite to
Avoided.
eat.
You got a roundabout coming up, roundabouts. So in a car,
Yeah.
I'm sure you know this with your 20 years experience. In a car, you'll stay sort of central to the lane.
Yeah.
But when you're in a long vehicle like this, when you're turning left,
Yeah.
you want the front of the bus to be near the right hand side of the road because obviously
Yeah.
the arse end is going to swing in quicker than the front.
Okay. So
Or tighter, I should say.
I'm going to move more central in the lane once I get going.
So you look pretty clear there. All
Yeah.
going right.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Good stuff. Oh, you hit something. Never mind, never mind. Not about money this time, it's about completing the mission. And you seem to be doing an incredibly good job. You've got 2 stops left, by the way. Now watch that tight corner there. Watch that tight corner. Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. Go to external cam. Yeah, took it too tight there. Now, if you steer off, you might be able to get out of that. Just give it some welly. Okay. Watch the arse end. There we go. So, yeah, go back to first cam, first person cam. There. Back on track. Okay, good. So you've got a minute to get to the bus stop. You're actually hitting your timing pretty darn well, I've got to say. Just a few little scrapes along the way.
Yeah, 1 or 2 bumps.
So how you finding Bus Sim 18? Having never played it before.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I can feel the weight of the bus, which is an odd thing to say.
No, but, that's cool. That's the force feedback in the wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you go over a speed bump, I should have actually got you to go over a speed bump so you could a pothole, sorry, so you could feel it kick. But yeah, so it feels like a bus then.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the other thing is I think it's very natural in terms of the, you know, it's nice it's not 360 view but 180 view, and I fell into a natural rhythm of driving. And obviously, you know, despite my 20 years bus experience, I don't drive a bus every day. So I kind of lost track of the fact that I was driving a long vehicle and hence clipped that sign on the roundabout, which is a bit unfortunate because despite the slow driving, things has otherwise gone quite well. But
yes, things gone very well.
Passengers would disagree with that.
Have you had any complaints from the passengers? Any rude or loud ones at all?
No, they've been some old lady behind me is yabbering about how she's going to go and get a sandwich at her next stop or something. I don't think they've noticed. Am I left here?
Yes, left here.
Okay, so I'm going to give that some extra.
50 mile an hour limit down here. And there is a speed camera down here, but obviously you've got 0 points on your license, so we all know you're pretty good at staying within.
Clean driver, you know.
Yeah, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. And yeah, what's coming up dead ahead of you? So just stay on this road now. You should have 2 more stops, and see the car in front's indicators still facing the wrong way. A bug that the developers need to get on. Oh, that's I'm just going to flash the lights. That's our other driver. That's our AI driver that we pay a wage to each week, and they make us a bit of profit. Oh, they're both there, look.
Oh. 2 of them.
2 of them indeed. Which is pretty smart. I think that's one of the best features of this game, is the whole business element. You know, not only are we driving our own bus, but also we're employing people who are driving our other buses as well. Thank you for coming. So you've got the ticketing system under control. That's good to see.
Day regular. Money's for you, sir.
I think that's it.
Anymore?
No, they're all off skis.
The last time I was sure I'd opened the rear door, maybe it was just me. This time I can see that it's open, so maybe I didn't. I guess customer feedback would be pretty poor on that, right? If I'm not opening the rear door for them.
They probably frown upon it, yeah, because you're forcing everyone to go in through one door, and especially those ticket dodgers who don't want to pay at all.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like there's been an accident over there on the left.
The house.
Bit
No
of
one
oil
really
on the
attending
road.
to it by the looks of it. So
No.
the emergency services have already done
Phone
and
battery
been
drained
done their bit.
again.
Wow, it looks like, yeah, possibly so. Possibly so. Now, in the last game, in Bus Sim 16, they actually had police and ambulance vehicles driving around. But back then, they didn't overtake you, so they were quite irritating. You're a bit right there, bro. But yeah, they're non-existent in this game, it seems, at the moment. Whether they're going to make an appearance later on, I don't know. But it's nice that we have sort of unexpected events happening on the road. Keeps things fresh and interesting. Especially if you were driving the other way and you had to go round that and navigate round that. It would just make driving a bit more interesting. So this is your last stop. Thank you everyone for travelling with us today.
See ya.
One person was a bit annoyed there.
Really? What did they say?
Said, too late, I've missed my appointment.
Oh, wow. Should have got an earlier bus.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we just need to take the bus back to the depot, park her up, and we can assess your first drive and see if you'll be working for the company again in the future. Now, what is quite cool about this game is you can actually do multiplayer.
Okay.
And I've done a few multiplayers that everybody will have seen. But if you do drive well today and you have fun, then we can hook you up with a key.
Nice.
And you can come and drive for the company at the same time as me in the future.
Amazing. So we'd be on different bus routes, but potentially passing each other, or how does that work?
Yes, well, it can work that way. Or we can both do what's called a convoy, where I follow you basically.
Okay.
So on a busy day, you know, if there's like a holiday or something and there's extra passengers, then we can fill your bus up and follow on with mine and take double the revenue basically.
I see.
Alternatively, you can do something that's called watch the length of the bus. You're going to take that way too tight if you take it there. There you go. That's better. It's going to be tight. I think you're okay. No. Oh, unlucky. So you can also, I can't remember what the game mode is called, but you can also be a ticket collector on my bus, or vice versa. So one of us drive and the other one deal with the passengers, checking their tickets and cleaning up their mess and so on and so forth. So that's the depot on the right, so where the arrow is just going into that door. So if you line the bus up straight with it, obviously
so we don't need to reverse it.
No. Just take it in front ways.
Tricky.
Yeah, I think you got it. Good stuff.
So this is a situation with these tight turns where an external view would be helpful, but you think to yourself, a bus driver doesn't have that actual, you know, third bird's eye view. So you feel inclined to stick with the main cam.
So I think you're far enough in the garage now to shut the door. So if you put the handbrake on, turn the engine off by pressing the engine on button, and just hit button number 17 to turn the lights off. Button 1 to open the door, and that shall give you your controller for your legs. You just need to go down the end of the bus, lock the doors up, and if you get out of the bus it'll end the game, so don't get out of the bus. But there's a bit of rubbish on some of the seats, so you're just going to need to clean that up. Lock the back doors, that's it, very good.
Need to check for rubbish up here?
Yeah, there's a bit. I think maybe there's only one piece of rubbish today. I have to say, the size of that coffee cup is absolutely ginormous. Why is it so big? It's a bit ridiculous. Okay, finish the drive and onboard the bus. Good stuff. Let's assess how well you did today. So you've got the mouse over there, so if you just scroll down on the left hand side, we'll see how many infringements you had. 6 collisions,
6
jumps,
collisions.
1 red light and 2 late bus stops. You got 2 stars for that.
I don't recall 6.
How many do you think you had?
Oh, 2.
2.
When you've had a bottle of gin, it's hard to tell, you know?
Well, yeah, we shouldn't be driving this early in the morning, I suppose.
No, we shouldn't,
Wait
no.
until you've sobered up a bit.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying to them. Put me on the late shift.
Yeah. By then I'm absolutely sober. Still, despite having 6 collisions, being late for 2 bus stops and jumping 1 red light, you have brought in 8,819 in profit. That's despite paying 4,548 for collisions and 250 fine for jumping a red light. 1 fare dodger that got through the net.
Ah.
Yeah.
So how would you go about stopping those? How do you enforce
Well, you can look in the rear view mirror and ask people for their tickets, but I find that's a bit clunky. The best thing to do is what we did at the end there, is get up out your seat and just walk down and just go and ask the passengers. But I didn't sort of suggest you do that, so there's no reason why you would have done. So if you click on OK, we'll go back to the statistics board, and you haven't really done any damage, which is good. It would be nice, I think, in the future if the buses took actual damage on and there was a maintenance aspect to the game.
Yeah.
But for now, at least, there isn't.
Well, particularly when you're in the mode of running the company, that's the sort of thing that would be interesting to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, the more complexity to the business aspect, the better, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so if you click on Return to Map in the bottom right-hand corner, we'll see if you've completed that mission. And it looks like you have. High five! Yes.
Amazing. Thought I'd lost it there when I took out that lamppost.
I
knew
you could pull it off.
It was, yes. It was. Well, you did a lamppost as well. I mean, you had a nice collection of things that you knocked over on the way. Yeah, but interestingly, and I think most importantly, you managed to navigate those very tight vans extremely well.
Yeah, well, you see that was part of the issue. Was I'm used to driving buses on the left-hand side of the road as well, so being to the right-hand side of my lane.
It skewed you a bit. Yeah, I can see that being a problem. Yeah. Well, I'd just like to say thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been good. You know, I've control-wise, I think despite my ropey driving, I've really felt from a simulation perspective that was good. I felt the weight of the bus, the controls were nice, the steering was nice. Quite enjoyable.
Fantastic. So maybe one day in the future we'll see you driving alongside.
Maybe you'll be taking me on. Yeah, maybe I'll be a key driver in the.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's it from us, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.